Deep in the Niyamgiri hills, the forests whispered stories of a tribe that had lived in harmony with nature for centuries. But one day, the hills were eyed for bauxite mining, and a clash was inevitable. The Dongriya Kond faced a choice: protect their land or surrender to powerful corporations. The government had already nodded yes, but the law had a question: whose rights matter more, the people or the capitalist interests? Orissa Mining Corporation, in partnership with Vedanta Resources, planned to mine bauxite in the Niyamgiri Hills. The Dongriya Kond tribal community lived there, relying on the hills for livelihood, culture, and religious practices. The Ministry of Environment and Forests initially granted clearance for the project. Activists and petitioners challenged the project, arguing that mining would lead to deforestation, environmental degradation, and violation of tribal rights under the Forest Rights Act 2006. The Supreme Court of India had to examine whether environmental and community safeguards were properly respected before allowing the mining to proceed. Issues: 1. Did the mining project violate the environmental rights of the local community and cause irreversible ecological damage? 2. Was the consent of the tribal community under the Forest Rights Act 2006 mandatory before granting environmental clearance? 3. Did the Ministry of Environment and Forests act in compliance with environmental laws and safeguards while approving the project? Decision: the Supreme Court of India held that tribal consent is mandatory. The voices of the community could not be ignored. It emphasized the importance of community participation in environmental decision making, directing that the Gram Sabhas of the affected tribal villages should decide whether mining could proceed. The Honorable Court ruled that any environmental clearance granted without the informed consent of the indigenous people was invalid. This landmark decision reinforced the principle that development cannot override tribal rights or environmental protection. The ruling struck a balance between sustainable development and tribal welfare, sending a strong message that economic progress must respect both people and nature. It also established a precedent for participatory decision making in environmental governance, ensuring that local communities have a real say in projects affecting their land and life. 12 Gram Sabhas, 7 in Raigada and 5 in Kalahandi districts of Orissa, were held as directed by the Supreme Court of India. All Gram Sabhas unanimously rejected the mining project by Orissa Mining Corporation and Vedanta. Thank you.